My leaders came to me during COVID and said, Pastor, we feel like you need to start taking a longer vacation. I didn't know whether I should be offended or not. Like, what are you saying?
We
You know,
really think less Sundays
right,
in the pulpit for
please,
you would be
right,
good for us. Yeah.
right. We exactly. But I saw that God had given them insight and wisdom into a gap area for me. Right. Pastor, we know you love the church, but you also need to practice Sabbath more and rest more. Right. And so I started doing that. And you don't realize how much you need it until you're actually doing it. Of course, in scripture, we know God says we do, but you don't realize how much you need it until you're actually doing it. And so, from a sustainability standpoint, after COVID and during COVID and after COVID, I actually take a month vacation. And it was in September, now it's August, but I take off, right? And that has actually been really good for me, but not just for me, it's been good for the congregation as well, right? I have a mentor of mine, actually Bishop Walter Scott Thomas. He says every pastor is an interim pastor. Every pastor, whether for us in our Baptist tradition, whether it's going to be God calls you home, you leave, or the church votes you out, but you're not going to be there forever. And so, a mark of good leadership is the ability for the church to thrive and to function in your absence effectively, right? And so, that piece right there, when I'm out and the church is thriving and still growing and doing well, that's a great thing, and it's great for them, right? So, that's something else connected to sustainability in ministry. I we have to learn how to get away. We have to learn how to take breaks, and we can't wait till everything is done because everything will never be
It may
done.
never be done. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can't wait to say, "Oh, when I get to this and this." No, you just have to take the break and trust. And I learned during COVID as well. God, he says, "Upon this rock I build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail." I'll tell you, I don't know, other pastors and their experiences, and talking to some, I know that this resonates. But when I first heard that we were shutting down and, we were going to go to virtual, I have to be honest. Even though I sounded courageous and bold, and I looked back at the video and I stood up and I said, "We're going to continue to do ministry well." And honestly, like I was quaking inside, fearful. I was like, "God, I don't know how this is going to work."
Hmm.
And the Lord just continued to sustain, not only sustain, but also the church didn't just survive, but it thrived during COVID. And God really showed me in that this is my church, right? It was here long before you got here. It's going to be here even after you depart. I'm going to take care of my church. And so you can trust God and as a pastor that God's going to take care of the church. And that really does help to free you as well. So that's connected to sustainability, right?
Yeah,
Other
I
than,
love that. I love that. Delegation,
yep.
rest, and then just remembering that the church ultimately is God's
Yes.
church. It's not your
Yes.
church. You're an interim pastor.
I
Every
love that.
pastor is an interim pastor.
Every pastor.
I think that's super valuable.